Sony has not officially revealed the A7S IV, and there are no confirmed teasers, leaked press images, or detailed specification sheets circulating publicly. Yet despite the complete absence of official information, the camera industry continues to treat it as one of the most important future releases in Sony's entire lineup. The reason is simple: the A7S series has always represented a very specific philosophy in Sony's ecosystem, one built around extreme low light performance, cinematic video quality, and reliability under real production conditions. Even without confirmation, the expectation surrounding the next generation model continues to grow because the gap since the last release has become impossible to ignore. The A7S III arrived back in 2020, a period that now feels distant in terms of camera technology and content creation standards. At that time, the industry was still transitioning into the current era of hybrid shooters, short-form video dominance, and high-demand production workflows. Since then, almost every major camera manufacturer has pushed forward aggressively in different directions. Canon has emphasized resolution and hybrid flexibility with its R-series cameras, Panasonic has refined its video-focused Lumix ecosystem, and other brands have experimented with higher dynamic range, improved codecs, and more computational imaging tools. In contrast, Sony's A7S line has remained largely unchanged at the core, creating a noticeable silence around what was once one of the most influential video-oriented mirrorless systems. That silence has led to increasing speculation about Sony's intentions. The A7S III was not just another camera at launch, it became a benchmark for low-light performance and professional video reliability. Its ability to produce clean footage in extreme ISO conditions, combined with its highly capable autofocus system and efficient 4K recording, made it a favorite among filmmakers, documentary creators, and production teams. It wasn't designed to win spec sheet comparisons against high-resolution cameras. Instead, it was built around a different idea entirely, that image quality in video production is not always about resolution, but about clarity, noise control, dynamic range, and consistency. That philosophy is what made the A7S line so distinctive in the first place. While many manufacturers were chasing higher megapixel counts and marketing-driven specifications, Sony chose a different path. The A7S concept focused on large pixel design, low noise performance, and superior sensitivity in dark environments. The idea was that in professional video production, clean shadows and usable high ISO footage matter more than ultra-high resolution capture. That approach worked exceptionally well, and for years, the A7S III stood at the top of the low-light video segment. However, the industry has not remained static. Over the past several years, competition has intensified significantly. Newer cameras have introduced stronger AI-assisted autofocus systems, improved stabilization technologies, faster sensor readouts, and more advanced video codecs. Even Sony itself has expanded its ecosystem with cinema-oriented models like the FX series, which shares some technological overlap with the A7S line but targets a slightly different audience. As a result, the question is no longer whether the A7S IV will arrive, but what role it will play in a much more crowded and advanced ecosystem. A key point often discussed in industry analysis is whether Sony has actually abandoned the A7S concept. The answer appears to be no. The A7S III is still officially supported, still listed in Sony's current lineup, and still recommended for professional video work. It continues to receive firmware updates and remains widely used in real production environments. Companies typically do not maintain long-term support for product lines they intend to discontinue quietly. Instead, they let them fade gradually. In this case, the continued presence of the A7S III suggests that Sony is not finished with this category. Looking at Sony's recent development pattern provides additional clues. The company has steadily introduced more artificial intelligence-driven features across its newer cameras. These include improved subject recognition, better tracking across complex environments, and more adaptive autofocus behavior that can distinguish between different types of subjects such as humans, animals, and vehicles. These advancements are not isolated experiments. They represent a clear direction in Sony's imaging strategy, where computational intelligence plays a larger role in real-time camera performance. This pattern suggests that any future A7S IV would likely incorporate a more advanced version of these systems. Instead of relying solely on traditional face detection or basic tracking, the next generation autofocus system would likely integrate more sophisticated AI models capable of understanding scenes in real time. For video creators working in unpredictable environments, such as documentaries, live events, or run-and-gun production, this kind of improvement would significantly enhance reliability. Another major area of speculation revolves around sensor technology. While the A7S III uses a 12-megapixel full-frame sensor optimized for low light, industry discussion increasingly points toward the possibility of a new stacked or dual-layer sensor architecture in the next-generation model. Stacked sensors are known for faster readout speeds, which directly reduce rolling shutter effects. This is particularly important in video work, where fast camera movement can easily distort vertical lines and create unwanted visual artifacts. Dual-layer or advanced sensor designs also open possibilities for improved dynamic range performance. Instead of capturing light in a single exposure structure, these systems can potentially read highlight and shadow information more efficiently, resulting in cleaner images with greater detail retention in extreme lighting conditions. If implemented correctly, this could allow filmmakers to recover more information in post-production without introducing unnatural image artifacts or exaggerated HDR effects. There is also speculation that Sony may move slightly away from the ultra-low megapixel philosophy while still maintaining its core identity. Some reports suggest sensor ranges between 20 and 24 megapixels have been tested internally. This would represent a shift in balance rather than a complete redesign. Such a sensor would still prioritize low light performance but offer improved flexibility for cropping, oversampled video output, and modern editing workflows that require more resolution headroom. In a market increasingly driven by specification competition and marketing extremes, the A7S IV, when it arrives, will likely serve as a reminder of Sony's original vision for the series. Not a camera designed to win spec battles, but a tool built for creators who prioritize reliability, image integrity, and professional workflow stability above all else.